Oh, hey everybody. Sorry, 1 second. I started just a tad bit too early. Forgot one crucial element to my attempt to do some feeding today. This is Belva, the lassie paribana enclosure. Looks like she's moved her dirt out, but if you can't see it, but I'll kind of show you. If you follow this stick back, her burrow now goes this way, ends right about here, and that's where she's at, right here. So I'm going to see if she may possibly want to come out. We'll try and coax her out, and then try to give her a feed. I'm not sure she'll come out. I haven't got her to come out since she's been in here. She's really taken to being below ground. She's not making any attempt whatsoever to see what's going on. So this will probably just be a tad small update with her. She seems to be doing okay. I can't get a very clear view of her because she still does have dirt up against the side of the enclosure, but you could see that, you know, her legs are like kind of sticking out on one end. So I can't tell you if she's in pre-molt or not. I keep checking her, you know, every few days to see if she's out or has made any attempts. And this morning I finally saw the dirt away from the front, so I thought maybe she might want to come out. I did not see any kind of molt in there, and I don't think that she was in pre-molt, honestly, to begin with, but she very well could have been, and she very well could be right now. So we'll see what happens over the course of the next few weeks. We'll just keep trying to get her to come out and feed her. So we're going to move on to some other stuff. This is the male Nandu coloratovillosus. I haven't tried to feed him since he came in, so we're going to give him an opportunity to eat today and see if maybe he's actually hungry for a change. Oh yeah, he got it. So this is the first time he's eaten since he's been here. Yeah. Very interesting spider, this one. Again, we think he's in pre-molt, or not pre-molt, but penultimate. So, which means that his next molt, he should mature. But we can't be positive on that. You just never know sometimes with the age of some of these. Now, she had him since he was a sling, so she should know how long she's had him anyway. But that's the consensus, is that he's penultimate and that he would mature in his next molt, which makes sense because he was about the size of my Nandu chromatus that matured, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's ready. So, well, we got him fed. We'll try to feed the female Aspen, Nandu coloratovillosus, and we're going to take a look at the Grammostola species maule, see how she's doing. I need to get some chelicerae pictures of her. So let's move on to the female. Okay, so there's Aspen. We'll see if she'll come out. Well, these worms are pretty crazy today. Oh, but she'll grab it in there. She's tricky. Sometimes she'll come out and feed, sometimes she waits till it goes down into her burrow. As you can see, this time she waited. we're just going to be feeding adults today and just doing some small checks. I redid the enclosure for the female Pterinochilus murinus. That video will be coming out sometime next week. I shot the first part of it, and I just want to do some updates on her as the week progresses, so you can see what she actually has done over the course of a few days instead of continually doing update videos for her. Okay, so this is Aspen. We're going to check on Tartan, the Grammostola species maule, and I'm sure she'll eat. She generally always does, and she's out right now. I can see her. So let's see what happens. So Tartan is to your bottom left in the very corner of the enclosure. So I'm kind of hoping dropping this worm over here will get her attention. Maybe. Maybe if the worm moves. That's quick. She's quick. So that's her. She won't get much bigger, if at all bigger. And I've noticed out of, the Grammostola species north and this girl here are the only two full-size Grammostola species that I have. Norman is a juvenile male pulchra. He's getting close to this size. And we'll be feeding him today too. This one, she seems to web. You can see the webbing, behind her and over there. She seems to put down a little bit more web than the other one, the Grammostola species north, who really doesn't do any of it. So again, this is another one that I considered because this is really her full size. Moving her into something a tad bit smaller just to create some space. But I keep getting leery about doing it because I hate to shrink their enclosure size. But I might need to shrink some enclosure sizes. I do have one shelf open on the little shelf over there, but we're going to be loaded after that. There won't be room for anybody else at all. So, okay, we're going to put these guys back up. Then put the things back up on the shelf in front of them and get down. Probably try to feed the female hentzi, the seemanni. We'll check the chalcodes, see how she's doing. She's huge. Grammostola pulchra, maybe the Grammostola species north. A Pac-Man frog was fed yesterday. We'll probably try and feed the other OBT. And that'll probably be the extent of this video. So let me get those guys down, get everything put back up here, and then we'll move on. Okay, so we got a nice fat juicy mealworm or superworm for Norman, and he's going to take it right off. There's a little better look at him. He's a puppy dog. Nope. Almost lost you there. He's a good looking fella. Wished he was a female, but he's not. We'll have to hold out hope for Midnight being a female. Okay, we're going to try the Grammostola species north. see if she might be willing to eat without climbing out of the enclosure, because she's in something smaller now, so she tends to want to try and come out more than she did before. She does use her hide, which she never really did before. Give Norman some water while we're here. And we will get Hazel, the Grammostola species north. See her right back here. She is ready to come out already. She's got no problems letting you know she wants to come out, and she's in pre-molt, so we're not going to feed her. You can somewhat see the darkening of her abdomen. You stay in there. I don't want to hold her. She's somewhat placid, but she has her streaks. No different than Grammostola rosea or Grammostola porteri. They do get a little bit crazy. She's threat posed a few times, but it was when I was trying to push like a dubia in front of her or whatever, and she just wasn't into it, so she kind of just reared up. But I think I could hold her. If she crawled out, she would probably be able to crawl on my hand. I just don't want to do it with her. So we're going to put this back over top of her and grab some water for her. Fill up her water dish. And move her back to the shelf, and we're going to feed Chaos the Pterinochilus murinus and hope that that one stays in her enclosure. Okay, so here is Chaos. She is right there. We're going to throw this worm up here and see if that gets her to come out. Yep, it's going to. She's a-coming. There she is. There she goes. Her favorite meal. Let's see if I can get you a little closer without startling her too much. There she is. Alright, well, I'm not going to push my luck with her. We will get her closed up, spray her web a little bit so she's going out. These guys were actually got loaded, so her moisture is probably going to be okay from that. I just wet her down the other day when I was on that shelf, so. Alright, handful more. Okay, hopefully we're going to get this guy to eat. This is the Aphonopelma seemanni male. Come on, buddy. Don't let it dig. But you are picky. Oh, now it's going to go underneath there. See? You should have just eaten it. He does not like worms. Let me try maybe we'll try a dubia roach. Okay, let's see if maybe he might be interested in a dubia instead. That's a big fat no. He is just a not very good eater. He's a male, not mature, but he's a male. And he's only eaten once or twice, I think, since he molted. Really expected him to eat today. Okay, well, we struck out with this guy. Let's go with the Aphonopelma hentzi and see what we can get done with her. Here is Monterey. This is the female Aphonopelma hentzi. We know she's interested. There she goes. She's a good eater. Great tarantula. Nice juicy dubia for her. Okay, so we're going to investigate the Aphonopelma chalcodes female. Make sure she's watered up. Take a look at her. See if there is any change in the way her abdomen looks, and go from there. She'll end the video with her, just an investigative, basically, ending of this video. But this little girl here is definitely, yeah, she's a special one. She's the one that got me back in to all of this. I don't know, you know, a lot of you new subscribers. Let's move the light over here, see if that helps any. Doesn't really, does it? This one appeared at work here in Erie, Pennsylvania. I was a hitchhiker on a load of plastic skids that came back for us, and someone caught her, and it was about a month and a half, roughly 2 months after my rose, my Grammostola porteri had died. The only one that I ever had prior to her. And so the guy that caught her is like, well, why don't you take her home? So I did. And she's the one that really kicked everything back off, because the next month I got the Caribbean versicolor that's turned out to be a male. It's out on breeding loan. Poecilotheria subfusca, which turned out to be a male that I sent off a long time ago. And Haplopus species Columbia large female, which I sent out to somebody to try breeding. So she's really what kicked it off. She's the only one out of the original handful that I got that's still here. So let's check the chalcodes, and we'll end the video with her. Hopefully there's an egg sac in there. I'm not expecting one, but it'd be kind of cool to check on her for the first time this year and see that there might be an egg sac in there. Okay, well, there she is. There's no egg sac. She does have a little bit of webbing here, but we're going to try and see if maybe she'll come out for a worm. It's a very immobile worm. Maybe, maybe not. She's made no movement yet. Nope. She's not interested. Okay, well, that's going to end it. Going to end it there. Hopefully the next time you see her, there'll be a nice white fluffy egg sac in there. I gave her water, and you can see she does have silk in front of her enclosure, but I think she did that last time too. So, okay, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And you know, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit it. Hit the bell so you know that there's new stuff coming up, because there's going to be a lot of stuff throughout the month of January. And I'm going to get working on some things I need to rearrange. We'll talk to you guys real soon.